Lecture topic: Yaqeen, the Antidote for Grief.
One of the most fundamental aspects that we have been repeatedly emphasized upon is to build the conviction, the yaqeen in Allah Ta'ala. Allah alone is the doer, everything is in His control. Not a leaf falls from any tree without His permission. Nothing can move even one fraction of a millimeter in any direction without His command and without His permission. This is a lesson that the Quran Sharif has repeatedly given, the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is repeatedly mentioned and emphasized, and in so many different ways. Among the ways that this has been inculcated in a person, provided that we take it, the du'as that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made, one of the du'as that is masnoon after Salah. This is now every day, every Salah, and this is a masnoon du'a that was recited by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam after Salah. Allahumma la mani'a lima a'tayt, wa la mu'tiya lima mana'at, wa la yanfa'u dhal jaddi minkal jadd. That Ya Allah, la mani'a lima a'tayt. If you give something, nobody can ever become a barrier in it. If Allah Ta'ala decides to give something, then the whole world decides to prevent it. Their efforts will be all in vain. They can't stop a fraction of it coming to the person. Allahumma la mani'a lima a'tayt, wa la mu'tiya lima mana'at. If you decide to withhold something, the whole world can try to get together to give it to the person, but they won't be able to give him one fraction of it. So if the whole world decides that they want to give something, Allah Ta'ala's decision is that this must not reach the person, not one drop of it would reach him. Now, if a person has digested this deep down in his heart, so why would he then ever do something that is not permissible, which Allah Ta'ala has forbidden? Because when he has that yaqeen, Allah alone is the giver, and if Allah has decided and decreed for something to reach me, nobody can stop it. Allah has decreed something should not reach me, then that will never come to me. So the person will then be at ease. And then further, وَلَا يَنْفَعُ ذَا الْجَدِّ مِنْكَ الْجَدِّ. Nobody's wealth will be of any avail to him. In the Akhirat, obviously there's no question about it. The person can be owning this whole world, but on the day of Qiyamah, nobody's wealth will be of any avail to him. Already in dunya when he is leaving, let alone after the person has passed away, the person is still between life and death. He's in the last illness where the person now has become very sick and this is leading to death. He's already restricted from his wealth. He cannot do anything that is beyond 1/3 of that wealth. He cannot say, I'm giving this whole thing away, whatever. So he's already restricted. His wealth already 2/3 of it already came out of his control while he's still alive. And after he passes away, he's got no control over anything. Nothing accompanies him in his grave. So this is that yaqeen. After every salah, person is making this dua and he's reaffirming this faith in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Allah alone is the doer. It's not my efforts, it's not my intelligence, it's not what I want to do, that I can get it done without, I don't need anybody. No, we're totally dependent on Allah Ta'ala. Now, the one part of it is the lessons that have come in this dua, but this yaqeen now, in a person who has developed this yaqeen, he has strengthened it, he has enhanced it. So when that yaqeen is in Allah Ta'ala, then challenges around, that's part of life, that's dunya, that'll carry on. And insan is insan, he gets impacted on. But when his yaqeen is in Allah Ta'ala, then he won't ever become overwhelmed. He's insan, he'll feel pain, he'll feel grief, it's all part of human nature. But it won't be to the point where he becomes overwhelmed, because his faith and conviction is in Allah Ta'ala. And if this is missing, if this is weak, then the smallest thing will perturb a person to the point where, Allah forbid, sometimes the person starts losing his mind. So the thing to keep reminding ourselves and keep inculcating, keep making an effort to strengthen is our yaqeen, our faith in Allah Ta'ala. And to the extent that is strengthened, then like discussed on some previous occasion in the du'as of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, even this, وَمِنَ الْيَقِينِ مَا تُهَوِّنُ بِهِ عَلَيْنَا مَصَائِبَ الدُّنْيَا. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was making dua, Allah, you grant me that level of yaqeen. His yaqeen was far beyond anybody can imagine. It's a lesson for us. That you grant me that level of yaqeen, due to which the difficulties of dunya become very easy. It's a very clear, direct link. The extent of yaqeen that a person can take the challenges of dunya in his stride. He's insan, he'll feel the emotions, he'll feel the pain, he'll feel the grief, but he won't become overwhelmed with it. And that's the need of the moment for ourselves and for others as well. To give people that, to boost them in that direction, move them in that direction, to build this yaqeen. This will become the means of the support for others, the support for us as well.
Allah Allah कैसा प्यारा नाम है आशिकों का मीना और जाम है